face.
Fake. Losing 4 yards.
Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strong.
Here's Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a first in the Dallas had. Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization, but think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Part of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, 2 teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles.
And think about this. The Patriots, who went to 8 straight AFC Championship games, back in the Super Bowl yet again, yet they believe they're the underdogs and feel like the whole world is against them. How did they get to adopt that posture? But it's working for them.
And remember, by the way, the Patriots, their first Super Bowl win was against the Rams back in their St. Louis days.
So a lot has changed for the Rams since then. And the Patriots, consistently the most successful team in the NFL. This is going to be fun.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Sammy!
4 down. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. On second down, Prescott again. And that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Prescott yet again. On the left side, he finds Beasley. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cooper was the target there. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Breeze. Incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys. Out due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cook. They got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second down, Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They go play action here on first down. They'll air it out deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Running with Kamara, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Breeze going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is to give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Pushing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Well, the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
First down, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Tyler Davison able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Here you go. Here we go, 46. Good. Good. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Jones. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They give this to Elliott, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Penalty is
Yeah,
declined.
offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.